What's going on? I hope you're having a terrific Thursday so far. This is Hot 97 News, a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories across the country. It is Thursday, February 26th. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with 2 N's
What's happening?
and Million.
Hey.
And we are almost at the end of the week, people.
Amen.
Although we come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. Black History Month.
Go.
Come on now. Come on now.
It is Black History Month. And this is almost the end of the road for our 1 minute of Black Excellence because we have a Black Fact Friday.
We had a Black Fact
so
Friday.
This is it for you, my friend.
This is it. I'm done.
This is it. We better have a banger. That's all I know.
All right, we got a little something.
Yeah, okay. So with your final 1 minute of Black Excellence, here is Rondell with 2 N's.
Yes. Now, Patricia Bath invented a device that restores sight and changed eye surgery forever, which is amazing now because Black people can finally see racism in 4K. It's great. In 1986, she created the Laser Foco probe, a device that uses lasers to remove cataracts more precisely and less painfully than other methods. She also became the first Black woman in U.S. history to receive a medical patent. Now, before all that, she noticed Black patients were going blind at a higher rate because they didn't have access to proper eye care. And she co-founded the American Institute for Prevention of Blindness. She saw the problem so we could see the future. And that is your 1 minute of Black Excellence. I love doing this.
Amen.
I love the 1 minute of Black Excellence, man.
know.
I did. It's going to be sad to go. Now, I guess we got to switch it up now.
Do something else, yeah.
1
It's
minute
Women's
of
History.
Women's History.
Women's History Month next month.
Yeah, that'll be short. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
30 seconds.
I'm joking. No. We ain't gonna do you like that, Lana. We got you. We ain't got you.
Thank you, Will.
We
Yeah,
got you.
bruh. Who's that? All
We
right.
got you.
Okay, diving into the news. Man, I don't know what's going on in Cuba, but something literally nobody saw coming. Things are popping off in a way that I think could get very weird, could get very strange. There was a whole speedboat shootout with Cuban officials. Yeah, so yesterday morning, Cuban officials spotted a speedboat that was within Cuba's territorial waters. It was registered in Florida. Cuban officials say that a patrol vessel then tried to approach that vessel for identification and figure out what was going on there. And they claim that a crew that was in the speedboat opened fire on them and hit the commander of the Cuban vessel. So then Cuban forces returned fire. They were in a whole little shootout. 4 people aboard the speedboat were killed. 6 of them were wounded. And then the injured were later, evacuated and given medical care. But the Cuban embassy then posted more details about this on X. And they said that they feel like this was a foiled armed infiltration plot that they just were a part of. They felt like this was an armed attack against, Cuban officials, especially the patrol vessel. And they said they intercepted them and they seized assault rifles, handguns, IEDs, so like Molotov cocktails, body armor, a telescopic sight. At least that's telescopic sight, so probably multiple of those, and camouflage uniforms.
I wonder what they was about to do. And here's you can't. Cuba is already on edge as it is right now. So any little thing, I bet you, and this is something crazy. I bet you when they were shooting at them people, they was, I want to get. Well, I bet you they was getting all of their rage out.
Man.
I can't wait to shoot somebody, bro. Y'all got me out here. I ain't got no oil. I ain't got no gas. It stank over here now.
I'm hungry.
Oh, I can't wait to shoot something.
Listen. So that's not the only thing that they posted out. They actually also said they had evidence. They claim that they have determined that some of these suspects that were in the aggressive vessel were from the United States and some that were from Cuba living in the United States. And they also, in that blue part that I highlighted there, say that one of the men was arrested within Cuba, within national territory, had allegedly been sent from the United States to facilitate this landing and reception of the armed group and confessed to his role.
Oh, wow.
So he might have been a spy?
They're saying that they just caught a bunch of people who were trying to sneak into the country with weaponry and camouflage, and that guy was supposed to be receiving them, and he just confessed to everything.
Now, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like they were about to drop because when people start food start getting rationed out and places start to stink and stuff, that's when people start going crazy. So now you throw guns in the mix, and you throw Molotov cocktails in the mix, and you throw all these things in the mix and go, hey y'all, here these guns. It's like when they put them bricks, you remember when they put those bricks, I can't think of when they was protesting. They put the bricks out and supposedly they put them where all the black people were at, and they didn't do that's where the other white protesters were. But if you put all these guns and stuff where these people are already going through it and they're already mad and they already angry and they already we ain't even got no food. Bruh, tensions boil up, and at the end of the day, you got all this machinery and stuff. You start killing your own people.
I didn't even think about this. What if, because now we're just talking here. We don't know. You know what I mean? We're just looking at the reports like you guys are.
Yeah.
What if they were trying to make it look like the Cuban people were uprising against their government?
1,000%.
Because I'm hungry now and it's worked now. So now I'm taking these IEDs, these Molotov cocktails and his guns, and I'm going off.
Come on now. Yes, that is the exact way I looked at it, bro. Y'all are going over there, and granted, like she said, this is just my own little theory. Y'all are going over there and just dropping off stuff. Look at me doing some good work on the show. You feel what I'm saying?
Now that's interesting. Because the United States says they have nothing to do with this. Okay? Secretary of State Marco Rubio has publicly said the U.S. government has no involvement in sending the boat, that the U.S. is working to independently investigate what even happened here, and then I determine the identities and the nationalities of people involved. Marco Rubio said that they feel like this whole situation is highly unusual and stressed that the United States is going to rely on its own information and not just take Cuba at its word for what happened here. They think the Cuban government might be lying. So leaders in Florida are like darn right, like upset about all of this. They're thinking that the Cuban government just did a massacre, and they're demanding answers. They feel like the Cuban government just opened fire on this boat, and I don't really understand that myself. That was actually the last thing I was looking up before we came on the show, because I was like, well, if you just take a speedboat into somebody else's territory and you don't identify yourselves and then you open fire, as alleged, on the forces of that country, I mean, they're gonna shoot back. So I don't know. I mean, they're saying that they're also going to be launching an investigation. And by they, I mean the state of Florida. The Attorney General of Florida says they're going to launch a state investigation into this because they also don't believe the Cuban government, say they can't be trusted. And they're vowing to hold Cuban authorities accountable. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, y'all should be held accountable. It's not the Cubans. Like, this don't look like something that Cuba would be up to or would just do. Like, that's all I'm saying. From all the stories that we've been reading about what's going on, this don't look like something that's just like, oh man, we just did this because we wanted. No, man, they're going through a lot right now. Yeah. So I mean,
a speedboat does what is that? Oil, gas? I thought they didn't have any of that. Why would they waste their resources doing that?
Well, they're coming from Florida. So Florida would have had it. But so I looked it up, and it said that it is technically legal to go into somebody else's waters, like enter into somebody else's territory's waters, but they can't just do it, hostilely. You can't attempt to smuggle weapons. You can't attempt to, go and do a kind of terrorist attack, because that is what the Cuban authorities have accused them of basically doing a terrorist attack or attempting a terrorist attack. So I don't know what's going on here. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, it's granted, I don't know if that's true or not, but it so seems like that, because we've seen this happen. That same thing in America. They set us up to be looked at as crazy, and these people are deranged, and these people are wild. When y'all set bricks up at these protests, and these bricks just magically get here, and now all of a sudden you got black people throwing bricks and outrage and throwing them at companies and buildings and stuff. It's like, where did these bricks come from?
Yeah.
Where did these guns come from?
Yeah.
Where did all this? Come on now.
Listen.
Come on now.
Because there have been other, I don't want to get the conspiracy brain going, but this is like almost dang near out of the playbook of what they've done in other countries.
Flat out.
Where they have said like, hey, the people are protesting and now they're killing people. We didn't have anything to do with it. But this is just like natural. It's because the government of whatever country is losing control. They've done this for decades. There have been like declassified CIA plots where they've like admitted, yeah, this was us. So I don't know if that's happening now, but it is interesting that they're saying, oh, what can you pull up that tweet again from the X post that there were the other one. Sorry, that said that what was on there. Assault rifles, handguns, explosive devices, body armor, and camouflage and telescopic sights. You have all that just on a boat heading into a country that is in an actual conflict with the United States.
And then watch. If that would have hit land and all that stuff would have happened, then they would be like, oh, y'all need our help now, don't y'all? Cool.
The people are rising up.
Oh, y'all need our help. Wow. We should come over there. Y'all should have been and called us. Man, y'all should have called us. We gonna come over there and help y'all. What y'all need? Y'all need us? Come over there. We gonna come over there and help y'all.
But the United States says they have nothing to do with this. And they don't believe the Cuban government at all. And so we'll see what happens.
Full of liars. We're just full. The world is full of liars, man.
The world is, and we don't know who's lying.
The world is full of liars, bro. The world is full of liars.
But they can't both be true.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Somebody has to be lying.
Somebody's lying. I did see, though, that the U.S. just greenlit the resale of Venezuelan oil to Cuba.
Okay.
Really?
Only for humanitarian purposes and private purposes, not for the government. So if they find out the government's getting their hands on it and using it for military purposes or, whatever, then they'll take it back. But they're saying that they would allow things like, restaurant sales or private farmers or taxi drivers, things like that. You guys can have it, but the government can't. I don't know how that works if the government is communist, because technically I would think the government then disseminates it.
Yeah, they will push it out.
In charge of it all, but however they're going to do it, the government just can't have their hands on it. So it has to benefit private individuals and small businesses, not the state. So that's great. And I think that that's interesting because it came the same day that Marco Rubio actually went and had a conversation with other Caribbean countries, and they were looking at this and they were saying like, look, we don't want to get involved in the politics of it, but we're looking at this country suffering and it's very hard to see this go down like this. And they said that obviously this kind of thing ends up in migration. It stinks so long, you can't move around so long, you can't eat so long, you can't get water so long, you end up leaving the country. And I think that that's interesting because we were talking a lot about Venezuelans leaving the country in mass by the millions, and they've also had sanctions on them over the years. So when you look at, I can't believe all these people fled this regime. They're not fleeing the regime. They're fleeing because it stinks and they're hungry. You know what I mean? And they got to get some water. So that's why they were saying, like, if you guys do this in a prolonged period, this is not going to stay confined to Cuba. This is going to become the rest of our problems. And so I don't know if this is a situation where they knew Marco Rubio was about to go talk to these other countries, so they decided to do this. I've tried to look at the timeline of it, and it wasn't like Marco Rubio talked to those countries in the Caribbean and then they decided to greenlight the sale of oil. I think it just kind of happened on the same day. But yeah, I saw this one prime minister of St. Kitts say that he studied in Cuba and he lived in Cuba for 7 years, so he still has friends there, and they're talking to him about how scarce the food has become and how accessing water has been really challenging and houses don't have electricity. Same things we were talking about yesterday. So, they're watching it happen and they're right there. You know what I mean? So that's what's going down with Cuba. And we still also have to tell you about what's happening in Iran. So, from one conflict to another, when we were supposed to be having no new wars,
just stuff
America first. I mean, can't avoid it. Okay, an Iranian spokesperson is now accusing the United States of lying ahead of a third round of talks to see if we can try to prevent a war from popping off. So, if you missed it, Trump said in his State of the Union speech that at least 32,000 people were killed in those Iranian protests last month. And we've been talking about the numbers. The numbers are all over the place. But there is a spokesperson for the Iranian government that said on X that is a lie, that the numbers are nowhere near that high. So if you can pull up what he said professional liars are good at creating the illusion of truth. He said, and I quote, repeat a lie often enough and it becomes the truth. That's a law of propaganda coined by Nazi Joseph Goebbels. This is now systematically used by the United States administration and the war profiteers encircling it, particularly the genocidal Israeli regime, to serve their sinister disinformation and misinformation campaign against the nation of Iran. Whatever they're alleging in regard to Iran's nuclear program, Iran's ballistic missiles, and the number of casualties during January's unrest is simply the repetition of big lies. No one should be fooled by these prominent untruths.
Is it that it was big lies that we're pushing, or are we just over exaggerating the truth? Because there was reports from themselves, their own government, saying that it was 3,000 people that ended up dying at the hands of the protesters and things like that, and some of the other government officials. But is it really a lie, though? I can't necessarily say it's a lie if you're just over exaggerating.
That's a lie.
I guess because
a lie.
But it's still people are dying though at the hand of the regime. That's not necessarily a lie. That's the truth right there.
So I personally think that two things can be true at the same time. I think that it's possible because remember, the Iranian government accused the U.S. and Israel having their spy agencies go in and start killing people so that Trump would have to get involved so that they could bring about what we're seeing right now. Iran said that was what happened. The U.S. said no, the Iranian government opened fire on their own people who were protesting the government because they hate them. So I think it probably was both. Like, I think it could have been foreign interests and foreign adversaries of Iran going in there and stoking some things. And I also think that the Iranian government could have opened fire on other people trying to crush it. I mean, I think both could have possibly happened. I don't know. You know, I'm sitting here in America just looking at this with you guys. But, you know, it's just believe who you want, you know? But yeah, to your point, the Iranian government said the number was closer to 3,000 people killed. Other groups have the number closer to 7,000. But I have also seen other people quote that 32,000 number that Trump said. So I don't know what the number is. Nobody's given any evidence or proof. They're looking at body counts. They're looking at, you know, mass graves and stuff like that. But nobody has said, here are all the names. And here is the evidence I have to this number. It just like kept going up and up and up. So I don't know what the number is. I did look into it because I thought 32,000 is a lot. We're talking about 2 days. The protest lasted for weeks, but there were specifically 2 days where these killings were alleged to have happened, and that was January 8th and January 9th. So a couple weeks after the protest would have started, week and a half-ish after the protest would have started at the very end of December. And I looked up, like, how is it possible to kill 32,000 people in 2 days? It sounds like a lot. And in past incidents in history that racked up that much death in a couple of days happened because a bomb was dropped on them or the people were corralled somewhere like a stadium and the stadium was attacked or into like a ravine that was dry and then they were all just like killed. But like, I was just wondering how it was possible these were widespread protests. How did you possibly pull that off? It took, you know, a whole year to reach that number in the Russia-Ukraine war for the Ukraine side. It took 2 years in the Israel and Gaza war to reach up to 72,000. So how in 2 days do you kill that many people? And from what I saw, it's technically possible because these were widespread protests. There were roadblocks, so maybe they were corralled somewhere and maybe they did just open fire. But that's a lot of people.
That is.
It's a lot of people. Yeah.
Even 3,000 people dying in general is a lot too.
Yeah.
From their own government.
For sure.
Either way, sure. Let's say that we did exaggerate the numbers a lot. I was gonna say a little bit, but 32,000.
That's a lot
that
of
is
people.
A lot of bodies, y'all. That's crazy. But
that would be
that's crazy.
Right.
But even the government is saying that people actually have died. That's a flaw in the system right there. I mean, imagine if America was out there killing our own people at the numbers of that, that. It will be a big issue. There will be nationwide protests.
Oh, yeah.
So the fact that Iran is acting like, oh, it's unwarranted, I'm not going to say it's unwarranted now.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you can't, even if you think that there's like a terrorist attack happening, which is what they claim, you can't just like kill people. You know, and just say, well, we think some of y'all might be terrorists, so we're just going to kill all. I mean, that's insane. So, yeah, to take the high ground when
you fell for their trap that's on y'all.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do, but killing people is not it. So now, again, this is completely turned away from the protesters and turned into a nuclear war conversation. And so they're going to have their third round of talks to see if they can come to some kind of nuclear agreement. And if they can, then they don't care about those people anyway. They're going to leave. Right. If the U.S. gets what they want, they're leaving. They're not, I mean, it just seems like they've put Iran in a position where they're almost guaranteed to have to do something because Iran is not going for what they've been floating so far. So again, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, Bill Gates just admitted to affairs with 2 Russian women while he was married to Melinda. Says he's sorry to staff for past Epstein ties as well. But look, man, wasn't too long ago. What, like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Come on now.
Bill Gates was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what me. This is a sorry attempt from Epstein to just try to seem like he was that close to me. Because remember, in the Epstein files, there was an email that wasn't sent to anybody. It was in Epstein's drafts, but it was claiming that Bill Gates got STIs from 2 Russian women. And what did Bill Gates spokesperson say? No, not my guy, Bill Gates. This is absurd, completely false, unwarranted. And now he's admitting, oh yeah, but okay.
Yeah, Bill Gates, he
might
got
have had an affair.
Yeah, he had too much money. He had to. That's the thing. Once you get too much money, you do what you want.
You make a point because
You do what you want.
there was a lot of reports from what I've seen. There was reports that said like even in his own business in Microsoft, people was saying that he was allegedly, trying to conduct sexual acts with people.
Oh my goodness.
For sure.
Yeah, like making sexual advances,
Things
like that.
Yeah, it's Bill Gates. He all ugly and with glasses.
Again, allegations though.
I was literally just thinking like you would have to have some kind of money
Bill
to
Gates,
be walking around.
He ugly.
And like
Bill Gates is ugly, dog.
You ain't lying though,
He's
bro.
ugly, bro.
He's a nerd.
Yes.
He's a geek.
Yes.
Epstein, he
and look at his wife. Is that his wife?
That's
that was his wife.
Wife is straight. Wife is straight.
For him?
For him, for sure.
He did well. She didn't deserve it. And that's why Melinda was like, I had to get up out of there because I saw some things that didn't sit right with my spirit. That's, not verbatim what she said, but basically.
And here's the thing about rich men that I know, because I have been around a bunch of like dudes that have a lot of money. I've been around these dudes, and I know, and some of them are married, and they tell me the exact same thing. They go, man, I do what I want because I pay everything.
Yeah.
She can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
I do what I want. She can't. I was like, yo, man, what if she go through your phone and look and see you mess with these girls? What's she gonna do? Leave?
See,
and I'd be like, wait,
crazy.
I was like, yeah, she gonna leave and go where, Rondell? And I'd be like, I don't know.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's a good question. Where is she gonna go?
I hear stuff like that, and I'm still like, if they have all this money in the world, why do they need to go to Epstein for women? It's because they're still lames. There's women out there. There are women out there that will not look at the money at all. They'll just be like, nah, I can't even put myself through this whole entire situation. You're just too corny.
You're
dog.
a cornball.
So
and Bill Gates is a cornball.
And Epstein exploited these lames because they couldn't get women.
Flat
and
out.
This is what he was doing. He was like, yeah, you know what? You need a woman. She's 20 years. What you want her to look like? 20 years old?
Because
I got you.
Because look, real dudes, real cool guys, we're never going to rock with Epstein, bruh.
Yeah.
Real cool dudes that really got women,
Yeah.
that really got girl. Bruh, you'd have never seen the LL Cool J on the Epstein, in the Epstein island. You would have never seen, you know what I'm saying, a ODB or a Method Man.
Yeah.
Or you would have never seen real cool dudes.
Look, and
on the Epstein, because they already get women. They cool.
And that's why, what's his name? Russell Wilson was like, do I look like I need to?
Yeah.
Shoot, like,
I'm too cool.
Like, I'm not this. Okay, so even though he admitted that he had affairs with 2 Russian women while he was married to Melinda French Gates, he said he did nothing illicit. He saw nothing illicit. Blah blah blah. This was just, I'm sorry for even just being associated with Epstein at all, but that doesn't mean I did anything. And so I was wondering, now why is he just randomly admitting this? Because that's a very strange thing to randomly come out and admit that you even had the affair. Because that was the woman that we keep showing you there. She was a bridge player who met him at bridge events. And yeah, man, that's who you went for instead of his wife.
The other one I heard was a scientist, so he had some range. He did have some range.
He out here doing lame hobbies. Bridge. Old people hobbies.
Anywho, so
like what? What's she doing there at a bridge? Get never mind.
I was wondering why. Why now? Because this is random again. And then I found out, oh yeah, Hillary and Bill Clinton are testifying today. Actually, Hillary's testifying today. I think Bill's testifying tomorrow. But this is because of the House Oversight Committee questioning into them that they tried to get away with. They tried to get around, I should say. Remember back in the day, they said, we're not showing up. And they did the whole deposition to the chair because they were like, this is crazy. They should be here. And they were going to hold them in contempt of court. So then Bill and Hillary said, all right, we'll talk to you. So Hillary Clinton says that she's never met this man. She's never met Epstein, doesn't know anything about him. She doesn't know why she's involved. And obviously Bill Clinton did. So, that's pretty obvious. I think that she might get asked, what did you think when you found out that Epstein had a picture of your man in a dress? Did you think that was odd? Did you ever see it? Because they had the picture of the dress prepared to ask Bill Clinton about it. So this is going to happen behind closed doors. They said that they wanted it to happen in front of cameras and just in front of the public. They say they have nothing to hide. They feel like putting any attention on them is really to take it away from Trump in their minds. But, we'll see what happens. I mean, Les Wexner's deposition was supposed to be behind closed doors, but we ended up getting a little piece of it. 5 hours of it.
Yeah, I was about to say a long piece.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. But there's also something insane that people have noticed was not in the Epstein file drop that was supposed to be dropped by the DOJ. And we have to talk about that after the break.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 Mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News, everybody. Okay, when we left you, I teased a little story from the Epstein files that has the people in a tizzy today. It has to do with President Trump and a story about him that might be missing from those files. So like we've been telling you, the DOJ dropped like 3 million plus pages of Epstein files because they had to, because of the Epstein Files Transparency Act, and they were not supposed to omit anything because it could compromise somebody's standing as a politician or embarrass them or anything. They were only supposed to redact victims. So after it was publicized, journalists noted there are about 50 to 53 pages of FBI interview summaries that were missing. So they looked at the serial numbers and discovery logs, and it showed there were a couple of gaps suggesting that there might have been some missing records. So when they went to look at what those were about, it had to do with an FBI interview with a woman who alleged that Epstein abused her as a minor, and so did President Trump. And that it happened when she was approximately 13 to 15 years old. And they claim that it is missing. So this, just to call a spade, and to be totally clear, this is not something that proves he's guilty of anything. This is something that was alleged in the documents that happens to be missing, so say the reports. So according to internal FBI summary materials that these reporters reviewed, this woman was claiming that Epstein introduced her to Trump, and that there is an FBI slide summary that reportedly described her allegation that Trump forced sexual contact, that she tried to resist by biting him, and that he hit her before just, pushing her off. That's the allegation here. And apparently only one of 4 FBI interviews with this accuser appears in the public release, and the others are referenced in the logs, but they're missing. So people are just kind of wondering, okay, why would this be missing? Even if it was fake, even if it was not real and this was just some girl making something up to make Trump look bad, why would it be taken out?
That's interesting.
I heard that story multiple times being reported on.
I had too.
Like, that was like one of the first stories that people were trying to talk about. And the fact that this is now redacted after multiple people already talked about it. Yo, the DOJ is just showing that they messy, yo. Like, they're not as smart as people think they are, apparently, because multiple podcasts, literally would cite that story right there. And the fact that it's missing now is crazy.
I don't, I'm losing faith in the DOJ by the day, because when you watch these people go and interview in front of Congress, they just don't answer the question. They're weirdly combative and angry and yelling at them. Girl, you're under investigation. Right. You got to answer these questions. Boy, you got to answer these questions. Why are you attacking them? You know what I mean? Like, if I were accused of something very, very heinous, I'm not going to respond by attacking you. That makes me look guilty. Know what I mean? I'm just going to humbly, if the truth is the truth, I don't need to get angry at you when I have the truth on my side. So here it is. You know what I mean? So the DOJ and White House officials say that those allegations were just fake. They were sensationalist. There are no criminal charges against Trump related to Epstein. That, again, those are unverified allegations. But can y'all go verify? Has anybody tried to verify them? I think that's what people are curious about. And now there are House Democrats, of course, who've announced a new investigation into why those files were not released, saying that the DOJ may have illegally withheld them. The DOJ, from what I've seen, is saying, we're going to look into this too and see, how this could have happened, why they might have been taken out. But we all saw last year in 2025 when it was alleged that the DOJ went through and scrubbed the files anyway. And that, remember, we were talking about on the show, in fact, that they dropped the files that had already been scrubbed last year. So is that why they're gone? I don't know. That's what they have to look into.
Man.
Isn't that crazy?
So crazy.
That is crazy. Because why would you, if it was totally fake, you could have just, okay.
Were they, and so I hear about all these allegations that people was like having. So does this mean that the people was actually going to the police and reporting it? They made these reports, or like during the investigation, people they interviewed people, because Ted Lieu, that was one of his issues that he talked about while he was not investigating, but questioning the head of the DOJ. He was basically like, why haven't y'all conducted an investigation on these allegations that people keep on having on you? So where are they getting the allegations from? That's what I want to know. Like, is it police reports? Because if that's the case, if it is police reports, and nobody's doing anything about it, you hear a serious allegation and it's a police report, and because it's a really known person, you're not going to do anything about it. You're not going to investigate it. Nothing.
I'm actually looking that up just to see if we can have some kind of answer on that. Why didn't the FBI investigate into the woman who claimed Trump was sexually assaulting her and she bit him as alleged, that the DOJ didn't drop in this release? Why wouldn't they have investigated that? I mean, because I don't know. From history, like looking at what's been just said in general, you've heard everything from Trump was an FBI informant and was trying to help the DOJ bring Epstein down. You've seen that he is just, totally exonerated because we have looked into all this before and we didn't find anything. This is what the answer is. Again, I'm asking ChatGPT. I don't always believe ChatGPT. That's why I tell y'all, like, this is why I'm looking here, because it is what it is. But it says the FBI did take some steps, so there wasn't zero investigation into this. It said the FBI interviewed the accuser multiple times in 2019, and why there may not have been a bigger FBI case or charges. It just is listing different reasons for why the FBI and the DOJ might not move forward or close it. So if it's a jurisdiction problem, a lot of these sexual assault crimes are state crimes unless there's a clear federal hook, or maybe they don't have the evidence, or maybe the statute of limitations has just totally elapsed, or there's credibility or identification issues. So there's a lot of there's a lot of reasons why that may not have investigated if that was even true. Maybe they just decide this lady is lying. I mean,
because if we did that, if some allegation was put on me about this, I mean, I'm getting investigated tomorrow. I'm getting investigated yesterday, actually.
Oh yes.
What's going on here?
I don't know, but I mean, other countries are figuring out who to arrest. We just had somebody in Britain just get arrested at this point. Yes, Peter Mandelson. He was arrested, is a former ambassador. It had to do, of course, with the probe into the Epstein files. They're trying to figure out if he abused his stance in public office or if he passed sensitive government information to Jeffrey Epstein or anything like that. And that's what I would think that our government would also be doing. Y'all aren't curious if any of these people gave Epstein some information he shouldn't have had? I mean, people in Europe are figuring it out.
Why can't we?
Why can't we? We've said nobody's implicated in this. We had an investigation into the king's brother. What's his name? King Andrew. Andrew. He was Prince Andrew. Now he's just Andrew.
The issue is Andrew, he wasn't really like the big dog. He wasn't the king. Our king, the president, is in the files. How do we investigate the president? The current sitting president.
I don't know what these people have going on.
Accountable? How do we do it?
That's why I no longer care anymore, man. Because when I see this, that they're over there arresting people in UK like this, back, but we can't get it right over here. That's why I stopped caring.
Now Larry Summers resigned from Harvard. He was named. He's gonna retire from teaching at Harvard University at the end of this year, apparently, and that's connection with a university review of documents related to this. So even the freaking University of Harvard is looking into this more than the government seems to be looking into this.
That's what I'm saying, man. And they want us to be, and as Americans, we're so invested in this stuff.
Yeah.
But yet we still don't see any results. And at some point, bro, you just give up.
Well, that's what they want.
But
they're dragging these things 100%. On for a reason, Dale. They want y'all to just give up. You can't give up. You have to hold them accountable.
Totally understand. But being me, I give up.
Oh my God.
I give up. Yeah, y'all got it, dog. I don't care anymore.
We will care.
We have to, though.
Care for me.
We have to, though.
Because I don't at the end of the day. And I'm going to tell you why. Man. If you beat me over the head so many times and you still don't get this, and I'm still getting the same results, like, bro, what is the point? Like, you can teach a dog, what is it, old tricks, but you can't show a dog new tricks or something. What's the saying?
Can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't know what that's got to do with this, but
I was trying to figure it out, dang.
I don't know what that has to do with this, but it got to do with it some way, somehow.
I follow
okay?
it. I think
but what I'm saying is this. They have pushed this back, like you said, so many times, and we've talked about it so much, and it's like, yo, still nothing's getting done. And it's making me mad at this point because it's like, how can I see people over in UK getting it done like this? Boom, boom, boom. But yet we sit back and we're still stalling.
I would argue though that we have seen some things happen. I mean, we have Bill Gates that just came out and confessed to something that just happened. We do have people that's going to Congress, former president at that, going and speaking in front of a board and expressing his involvement in it. Granted, it doesn't mean that he's guilty of anything yet, but this would have never we would have even gotten this far
for sure
if people wasn't pushing and continuously pushing
1000%.
the button.
And I'll give you a little pushback on that. You think they finna tell the truth?
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't because the truth. Because at one point in time, the Epstein files 8 years ago, people was talking about these Epstein
for sure.
files.
Yeah.
People was looked at as crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were.
People was looked at as complete lunatics.
100%.
They kept on moving forward and pushing forward, and we saw results.
And if Bill and Hillary Clinton lie and they can get caught in a lie, they'll dig their own grave. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it is not nothing happening right now. I mean, you have a former president, my gosh, and a former first lady / secretary of state who's getting investigated and having to testify and give a deposition. I mean, this is insane.
I don't even think the people from 8 years ago would have thought they would have gotten this far.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have gotten this far.
Because even Bill and Hillary Clinton were saying, y'all have even let people just submit written statements. But for us, you have to drag us in here. That's why they were like, we're not showing up. We've given you everything we plan to say. So it is what it is. And then they said, okay, we'll hold you in contempt.
Right.
And now they're like, okay, well, we have to
gotta go
because of the pressure. And, I don't know if they're just targeting them just to do a whole Democrat thing or if these people are really guilty. But again, I'm all for it. If you think there's something fishy going on, at least just make them tell the truth. Get in front of them. If there's nothing to hide, there's nothing to hide.
That part.
So we'll see what happens. Final thoughts, everybody?
Don't give up on the Epstein files.
I already gave up.
Keep pushing. Keep talking about it.
Oh, man. Okay. In the meantime, a judge says the Trump administration cannot keep sending illegal immigrants to random countries they have no ties to after all. Said it's against the law. So, I thought that this was insane because I didn't actually know all the places that they were sending these undocumented immigrants to. Trump administration had created a policy that allowed immigration officials to deport certain immigrants to third countries. So again, it's not their home country. They don't know anything about it, from a can of paint, no ties to it, whatever. But in some cases that included countries that were literally war torn. So they're sending people who were not supposed to be here to a country that might be in war. So they've sent them to countries like South Sudan, Uganda, Eswatini, Rwanda.
Eswatini sounds dangerous.
I found this picture because I was literally trying to find, but man, what do these places even look like? This is a celebration that they were having. And I'm pretty sure that is one of their leaders. It's either in Eswatini or it's in South Sudan. I can't remember which one. No, the black man. What?
The white?
That's a white man.
I'm not talking about him.
I'm talking about the black dude with no shirt.
I was just making sure he ain't running stuff over there.
So you just thought,
I don't
now
know.
That's racist.
I don't know.
You look at a picture about leadership. I say it's leadership in Africa, and you think it's the white man?
No, I'm just trying to figure out why he's right next to him and why he got the stuff. But look, y'all, I'm glad he's not running stuff over there. Okay,
he might not even be white.
That's true.
He might not even be white.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
You just racist as you want to be. Anywho, yes, South Sudan, Uganda, Eswatini, Rwanda, Ghana, El Salvador, Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica. Now, I wouldn't mind Costa Rica.
They just said, let me pick a spot and here.
Oh,
here you go. You look like you belong here. Let's go ahead and send you over here. Oh, next. All right.
Okay. So pushback here.
Yeah.
What if the people that they do have in containment they're just like refusing to say where they're from. At that point, you're just like, okay, look, we just gonna decide for you, dog.
Bro, that's wrong. What? That don't make no sense.
If they came here, what makes you think I'm gonna force myself to tell you where I was from?
Bro, but who?
I might as well, if I'm real, I might as well say somewhere like Panama or something. I would say I'm from Panama or Cancun. Send me somewhere like that. That's where I'm originally from.
But bro, who are you to make the decision to send me anywhere you feel?
Why?
Like, what?
But that's what happens when you come in illegally. You face repercussions. If people are refusing to tell where they are from,
but that's made up. We don't know that that's happening.
I'm just saying, but let's think logically. Who would say, yeah, you caught me, get me, I ran away from this home for a reason, I'm gonna go back to that home?
So the judge that was talking about this basically said that the way the administration is carrying this policy out is illegal and has to be stopped because it violates their due process rights. Specifically, the judge says immigrants have to receive clear notice of which country they're being sent to and then a real opportunity to challenge that before they get removed. So if I don't want to tell you where I'm from and you say, okay, well, you going to Eswatini, you going to South Sudan, I have to be given the chance to say, okay, please, dear God,
don't send me there.
You know, I'm from Mexico. Just send me back. You know what I mean? So that is what the ruling has said. Apparently, they are still, of course, going to give the Trump administration time to appeal that, which is funny that they might want to be like, no, I mean, but we really want to be able to send them to
just anywhere. Hey, man, you look like you. Let's go ahead. Hey, everybody raise your hand if you want to go to South Sudan. No? Nobody want to go? Send them to South Sudan.
What?
Everybody that didn't raise their hand, y'all going to Estiwana. You know what I'm saying? This half of the room going over here. This half of the room going over here.
I mean, sending people who are, let's say, from Mexico to Rwanda is insane.
They get over there and they don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I don't know the language. I don't know.
Most black people, they probably never seen that in their life, bruh.
Can you pull up a picture? I had labeled it, but I don't know which one this is. Just the picture of the town. I feel like I could probably I think I could tell you guys. This is the town in South Sudan. Okay, can you pull that up, please? Imagine you go from America and this is where you're going, because that's, you know, dirt roads now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not what all of Africa looks like, of course. I don't want to make it seem like the whole continent looks like this, but I was trying to find civilization specifically, and it was very hard. You know, it was very, you know, very natural out there, which I do like. I do like because it was beautiful. But if you don't know the language and you don't know anybody there and you don't have any money and you don't have anywhere to live and you just get plopped right into the middle of South Sudan,
mm-hmm.
I mean,
they're going from burritos to curry goat. It's crazy. That's wild, bro. You know, they ain't gonna know what's going. You know what I'm saying? Wild. That's wild. But you know,
man, yeah. So, good luck. You know, to them.
I would want to. If I was, I would want to go to one of them villages where nobody wear shirts, where none of the girls wear shirts.
You would want to go.
Why would you want to go to the village? Yeah.
Where none of the girls wear shirts.
You know, y'all seen no TLC?
That is the most.
Y'all seen the TLC African villages where all the girls just don't have shirts on?
This is why they don't let certain people on TV.
That's what I'm saying. If they did have to choose a place, right there, yeah, I'm pretty sure some girls in the back with no shirts on.
So you looked at the dudes and said, I want to go.
No. I know that it's more people in this village that don't have shirts on.
Okay. I want to say this.
Send me there.
Is this the Eswatini picture? Yep. Yes. So this was in Eswatini. It was a celebration of some sort. Again, okay. I tried to find a good picture that was not like copyrighted. That was from Eswatini, but you could Google it. Google what Eswatini looks like. Google what Rwanda looks like, and just ask yourself: would you want to be plopped down in the middle of that?
Nah,
just because you were trying to sneak into the United States. Now, again, if you were a murderer, I don't really care what happens to you. But at the same time, not all of these people are.
No, that's the issue. That's the problem. Is that most of these people are just people that are just living here, bro.
Literally.
Imagine you were working your job, like you working, and then they come get you. And next thing you know, you in Rwanda, bro.
I mean, that's crazy.
Bro, that's so wild. You don't know how to get in touch with nobody. You can't talk to nobody. You done seen the Don Cheadle movie, Hotel Rwanda. You like, this place is terrible. I don't never want to be here again. Come on now.
It's consequences.
Oh my God.
That is cruel.
That is wild.
So cruel.
That is wild.
That is
consequences.
so
But I love the fact that
cruel.
they have a structure now to where if they are trying to send you somewhere, there you could possibly argue that and say I'm from somewhere else. I love that system now.
So you think that just because someone might have snuck into the United States from another country because they were terrified of their conditions and they set up shop here and they've been doing nothing but good things, working hard, doing whatever, nothing bad.
They came in the country.
Came in illegally.
You
feel like that is crime enough to send them to Rwanda as a punishment?
I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm saying
that's what you said.
You said consequences.
No. Y'all trying to take it out of context. Again, I said if people are sitting here saying I'm not going to tell you where I'm from.
You made that up.
Right. But we're also making up that people are going, that people are from Mexico and they're getting sent to Rwanda.
No,
these are in
this is happening.
These are facts.
These are facts.
The fact is, people, this is what a third country is. I have no ties there. I'm not from there. They could be from literally anywhere. They could be from Ukraine. They could be from Ecuador. What do you mean?
Regardless, it's illegal to come in here without some sort of process. We have processes in place. I understand that it's very tough and it's very hard to get in here. But if you were trying to escape your war-torn country in the first place, and you're just trying to get out, I don't see the issue in going to Rwanda. I don't see the issue in going somewhere else. If your mission was to get out of the country in general, you're trying to get out of the country in general, you're fleeing in general, there's no... why does it matter that it's just America?
Rwanda's not America, dog. It's not America.
What I'm getting at,
South Sudan is not America.
Do it correctly.
The home of the free, land of the brave. Like, this is a place where you can make opportunity. Let me know an opportunity that you can get in Rwanda.
And not all countries are melting pots. Like if I'm fleeing from whatever country, I know there's a chance I can probably find somebody who speaks my language, a little Venezuelan community, a little Cuban community, a little Chinese community, a little Korean community. Like there are different pockets, German communities. I mean, there are all types of communities around the United States. So you could find a tribe here somewhere. If you go to Rwanda, you get Rwandans.
Yeah, flat out. You ain't get no Mexicans over there. You ain't get no Venezuelans over there. You ain't get no Cubans over there.
There are rules for a reason. That's all I'm saying. And if you break them, there's repercussions for them. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now I'm saying I love the fact that they have the system right then and there for them. Now they can appeal that. They can say, hey, look, I'm not okay with going to that country. This is where I want to go. This is where I'm from. I love that. But consequences.
All right.
Word of the day. Consequences.
Oh my God.
Wow. Word of the day. Privilege.
Yeah. Free.
Okay. So, man, we only got a couple more minutes.
Go to what I want you to go to.
You want me to go to
the Hawks.
You want to go to the Hawks first?
Oh, go ahead.
How about you want to do the?
Oh no.
That was you.
I can do that.
I like Hawks.
All right. Okay, because y'all don't know what the story's about.
I know, but you made it seem like it was so
hot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now you're going to be underwhelmed. Whatever, man. Okay, so there is a situation, because now we're holding the people hostage with nothing. There's a situation in California, actually, where I just thought this was a crazy way to get arrested. I didn't know you could get arrested this way. This man just had a hawk. You know, he's been charged with animal cruelty. And what do you even think you could do to a hawk to get charged with animal cruelty?
I guess kill it. That would be like
throw it on the ground.
Most serious thing.
Okay. What he was doing was giving him a little drink.
He was getting the hawk drunk.
Look, man.
Yeah, getting the hawk drunk, dog.
And he was doing it on video, put it on YouTube. Look, hanging out with the homie? That was the homie.
Hanging out with the homie. And see, he giving him a buzz ball. Those are not those are like 7-8% of alcohol.
Oh my God.
Those are heavy drinks right there. Yeah, that hawk was fried, baby. Flying around looking for the rats and stuff. He seeing 4-5 rats. He kicking it. He probably went to go to his hawk homies and was like, hey, bro, y'all got to come to the crib. Y'all got to come to the crib.
So, yes, the people saw the video on YouTube and like called the police. Well, they called the wildlife service, and yeah, wildlife officers did like 5 search warrants during that investigation and found that yes, that's what he had been doing. So he was arrested. Turns out he was already like a felon, or he'd been arrested before. So, I mean, I was like, man, that's a crazy way to get arrested. You just mind your business trying to give.
Yeah, bro. That hawk need to go to AA next, though, because he probably done turned that hawk to an alcoholic. That hawk probably is dependent on alcohol now. He probably don't drink no water, just drink straight liquor.
So now, yes, he was a convicted felon from California. He just got sentenced to 45 more days in jail and 12 months of probation for this.
45 more days in jail for this?
For that, yep.
What? Is it illegal to own a hawk?
I actually don't know. I think it might be.
I think it's illegal to own a hawk because.
But this might have been a wild hawk, because from
that makes it even funnier.
Which makes it makes it crazier. You know how hard it is to have a hawk, like even just be around you.
That hawk is an alcoholic, bro, because he knew that if he was gonna rock with my man, he was definitely gonna get drunk going over to his crib, bro. If it was a wild hawk and he kept coming back to drink. That hawk is an alcoholic.
This was a wild hawk.
Yeah, it does say that it's illegal to own a hawk.
Oh, man.
That's way better than what I thought. I thought he was just throwing it on the ground.
And he released the hawk before wildlife officials could intervene. Condition unknown.
Bird was up in there like this.
But that's why I'm like, now how?
You're drinking and flying. That's what he was doing. Just he was. Imagine if he had like a whole hawk family and he came home and his hawk wife was like, "Oh, you smell like liquor. You smell like liquor." Came home yelling at the kids. And now he's just a terrible hawk dad. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole. You can see this. He could have spiraled. So I'm glad he actually got arrested, because this hawk was down on spiraling. You know, he was going downhill fast.
Can you pull up the picture again of the drinking of it? I don't understand how he got that hawk in general to even sit there, perch there, be around him, and open his mouth and while he pours it in.
Yeah, bro.
You know how many steps you have to get to before you get this picture?
Well, I know how many steps he about to take. 12. He about to do the 12-step program. That's what he about to That's what he about to do, because my boy is an alcoholic, boy. Woo!
But it was a Cooper's hawk, by the way. So Cooper's hawks are protected under California and federal law, so you cannot do this. Capturing, harming, or harassing wildlife is illegal and can obviously result in criminal charges, even if it's the homie.
That is awesome.
We have to go to a quick break, but we have a lot of Atlanta stories coming at you after this.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news, because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you're supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
You are watching Hot 97 TV.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories across the city. It is Thirsty Thursday, February 26th. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Ronzel with 2 N's and Million.
Hey.
And we dancing because it's Friday Junior, people.
Yeah,
Come on now, Friday Junior. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it is also the very last 1 minute of Black excellence you gonna get this year,
Come
man.
on, man.
Why are you clapping? You shouldn't be clapping on screen. This is sad.
Yeah, we're not
This
going
is
to
a
tell
sad
you
day.
what color he
know
was either. No, I'm joking.
Oh, so with your final 1 minute of Black excellence, here is Rondell with 2 N's.
Yes, man. And I'm so excited for this last 1 minute of Black excellence because before Atlanta ran hip hop, before trap was the global sound, there was Gucci. Man, bruh, one of my favorite artists, not industry polished, not media trained, just raw East Atlanta energy. Gucci didn't just make hits, he built infrastructure. He helped introduce the world to Young Thug, Future, Migos, Waka Flocka. He survived prison. He survived addiction. He survived industry politics. Gucci was that guy. Came home in 2016 sharper, healthier, focused, turned his brand into ownership, books, marriage, business. He just didn't reinvent himself. He showed that growth in public, especially as a black man in hip hop, it's possible. All right. From So Icy to self-discipline, from controversy to corporate deals, that's evolution. You can't talk about Atlanta without talking about Gucci. You dig? And that is your 1 minute of Black excellence, baby.
Man.
Gucci, one of the realest to ever do it in Atlanta, period. If you want to argue with somebody, argue with your mama.
With your mama.
Because Gucci really paved the way for a lot of artists, man. I've been a Gucci fan for years. And the reason I chose Gucci as, you know, and not Outkast and not T.I. and not Jeezy and not all these others, because Gucci really was one of these people in Atlanta that when he came out, bro, he really just did not care. Like, he cared about nothing. He didn't know anything about the industry. He didn't know nothing about, all he knew was about being a trapper. Well, he was known as a robber. Like, that's what he was known in the city as, like, yo, he robbed. Gucci was rob you. But he didn't care, like, he didn't know nothing about rapping or the industry. All he cared about was all he cared about was like rapping and robbing. So, dog, for him to come all the way this far really shows, like, bruh, a full 180. Like, you could really see a full 180 of him. So I gotta give a shout out to Gucci, man. I gotta give a shout out to Gucci. One of the realest to ever do it. I will forever be a fan of yours.
That's crazy because I actually forgot when he used to be large.
Yeah, bro.
Because he came out of prison and he was like,
jacked. Yeah, they called him a clone. They called him, that's not the real Gucci. That's a fake Gucci. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, so, yeah, man, Gucci is that guy in the city. Like I said, you can't talk about Atlanta without mentioning Gucci. When people talk about the Mount Rushmore of Atlanta, you make sure you put Gucci Mans on that Mount Rushmore, bro.
All right, man. That is so, I did not see that coming for your last 1 minute.
Come on, man. For Atlanta, I had to do it right.
It's funny. Okay, diving into the news. Bro, somebody has got to stop these kids. These kids are out of control. And honestly, we keep saying that, you know, police are over it. They've taken over the Atlantic Station. They've taken over the Battery. You would think their parents would start cracking down or these kids would get scared of getting arrested or something. But at this point, apparently, they're planning more takeovers.
Yeah, and Lana, it's not just kids. apparently it's adults too. So in last Saturday, more than 100 teenagers showed up to the Battery after seeing posts about it online. You know them; they're calling it the takeover of the takeover of the Battery, takeover of X, and takeover of this. So last weekend, it ended in 17 arrests.
Oh,
9 teenagers, 8 adults, dog.
I wonder what the
8
adults.
I'm gonna tell you. So
I was about to say what.
So the adults, some of the charges that they were charged with includes offenses like inciting to riot, loitering and prowling, and misdemeanor obstruction.
That's
what is
strange.
your grown self doing out there with them teenagers?
That is quite strange. Because if I'm an adult, how am I loitering?
Yeah, loitering.
How am I prowling? I'm just at the Battery,
but
sir.
Inciting a riot?
Inciting a riot is also crazy.
That is crazy. You are an adult. Now, I was trying to figure out like if these people were like adults because technically you're an adult at 18.
Yeah.
So I guess they could get a pass. Anything past 18 though.
Tripping.
Because they didn't release any of the names. I swear, if I got some of those names and I seen some 30-year-olds on there, I would have been sick.
No, you weren't gonna see no 30-year-olds on there.
You don't think
bro.
so?
Nah, dog. Ain't no way.
All right.
I hope not.
We probably could have seen, this is just for me, we probably could have seen some 20-year-olds over there.
Oh, for sure.
I think we could have seen like 18s.
18 to
like
21?
18, 19.
18 to
I
21
also
for
just
sure.
left high school.
But like, even if you're just like leaving high school, what are you trying to do hanging out with high school? Like, people need to let high school go. That's my issue nowadays.
facts.
Like, folks just be like in love with high school and can't leave high school. And it's the same thing for college too. There's people that just can't leave college.
Well, the thing about it is now is that everybody wants to be a streamer. So, you know, a lot of these takeovers, you got multitudes of kids coming out there with their streaming stuff and they trying to stream it and they trying to get a clip and they trying to do this. And a lot of those streamers are 21-year-old streamers. Like they're 21 and they go to these young girls, like let's call, if we want to call a spade, they go to these young girls and try to clip farm these young girls and say how many bodies you done had and da 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 and all these weird questions that you ask people. It's like, bro, you grown and you asking a little girl this. That's weird, bro.
That's real.
So you get all of that. So yeah, I would say between 18 to 21, as far as like the adults that were arrested, that probably there, but ain't no 30-year-old getting arrested out there.
So
ain't no way.
That was what happened. But then you said they're planning more as well.
Yeah, so they're planning more. So police say that more events are being promoted online currently, including one at Cumberland Mall this weekend and another at Six Flags over Georgia in 2 weeks. These kids is trying to get this thing going, yo.
Bro, Six Flags is sick of these kids.
Sick.
Mind you, so some of the claims that they made at the last one, they said that some of the kids were out there fighting. Some witnesses reported seeing like a stampede from the kids after one of the kids had yelled gun, allegedly. In the crowd, so it caused nothing but panic.
Yeah,
this is crazy. Some of the kids they got arrested for. 2 juveniles were arrested and charged with offenses including possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, possession of THC, and 7 additional juveniles were charged with offenses including felony theft by taking, loitering, and prowling, misdemeanor obstruction, hit and runs, and things like that. Also,
hit and run.
Hit and run. So these kids are just wilding.
What's y'all's maximum teen level at when y'all out? Like, how many teens do you see and you go, that's too many, I'm leaving?
Well, like, it depends on where. Like, if it's a small restaurant.
Okay, so let's say you're in Cumberland Mall. Let's say they do this takeover at Cumberland Mall, right?
Okay.
You get there before the takeover.
Okay.
Like right before the takeover.
Okay.
How many teens do you have to see before you go, okay, it's time for me to go?
Okay, so if I saw like let's say the first group of 5 comes in, oh, that's cute, that's adorable. Next group of 7 comes in, oh, they'll have friends.
Okay.
As soon as we start, like the third group comes in, I'm like, oh, is something happening here?
Okay.
By the 4th group, I don't want to be here for whatever. Yeah,
okay.
It's about 4 groups of however many,
okay.
5.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I could see like 20. I could see 20.
20?
Like if it gets to a point to where it's like they're all grouped together, then it will be like 10. If I see a group of 10 teenagers cutting up together in a mall, I'm gonna be like, all right, it's time to get up out of here.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, if I see more than 10 in a group, it's time for me to roll.
But see, I wouldn't leave the mall for a group of 10. I would leave the area. Like, I just don't want to be around y'all.
Okay.
If I saw like 2030
walking around the mall.
Oh, y'all are here tonight.
Yeah.
That's where I gotta go. This is not for me. Who is planning this stuff?
That's
Can you
a question
take his
too.
phone?
Yes.
Because they gotta be stopped. They got too much power amongst these kids.
And see, here's the thing. I tried to look at who's
Posting
throwing
it,
who's posting it
yeah.
out, but everybody, there's no one specific person that started the post. So I've seen multiple posts, and I don't know who the creator of the post is.
So
creepy.
I have seen some reports that it was the CIA that's planning. Let me stop. I'm playing. I swear to God, I'm playing. It's not the CIA.
See, now look. I done rubbed off. I done rubbed off on him now. Look, I done rubbed off on. I ain't saying anything.
But the police did say they're gonna be there, to try and stop this from happening. Be there on the watch. So, folks, just watch your kids. Atlanta parents, just watch your kids, please, this weekend.
I mean, at least they are dumb enough to let them know when and where and the time it's happening, so police can just pull up right before and turn around.
It could be a divergent though. It could be like, hey, we're going to Cumberland Mall, and then a secret little group text like, hey, meet us at Lennox or meet us at, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, y'all gonna play around too much, and I mean, I say this as a joke, but it's serious. Like, y'all play around too much, somebody is going to get hurt. Somebody's gonna get hurt. And I say it will be an adult that will hurt one of these kids. I don't think it will be the kids hurting the kids. I think it will be one of these adults hurting these kids. One of these kids gonna play around one of these adults, and they're gonna be like, hey, bro, I'm not a child. And you think, okay, cool. It's 7 of y'all. I'm gonna shoot all 7 of y'all.
Chill. Whoa.
Real life.
No,
I'm not chilling on nothing.
No. There's no excuse for an adult really to be pulling a gun out on a child.
Listen, man.
On a teenager. In my opinion. Especially because when I was looking at the videos, granted, I just seen these kids just being kids. Granted, yes, they was fighting, but that's what happens when you see a group of kids together. They get together, they get to fighting.
For sure.
Because they're trying to impress their friends. They're trying to, if it's guys, they're trying to impress the girls
true.
in the area.
For sure.
But that's just what kids do. They're not, a lot of them, I didn't at least see, in the videos that I seen online that went viral, they wasn't messing with grown adults. It was a pester because it was a lot of them, but they wasn't messing with grown adults or anything like that.
But we don't know that.
I didn't see any of that.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know that.
It's kids being kids, y'all. They're not. What are we talking about here?
These aren't kids.
If any adult ever does something like that,
we do have more news to get to.
I'm gonna
Go
say,
ahead. But
it's on them.
These
It's
aren't
on
kids
them.
being kids, by the way. These aren't kids being kids.
They are kids though.
But they aren't being kids. These are kids being grown, trying to act grown.
They're going out. They're just having fun.
We can agree to disagree on that one because your kids is different than my kids when I grew up. So I didn't act like that. We didn't act like that. We was at house parties, getting drunk, hanging out.
Yes. So I mean, I just hope everybody's safe. Hit and run is crazy. Hit and run is crazy. Anywho, yes, there was also in the news just a late night food order that sparked a whole gun scare at a restaurant in Brookhaven. Now, I would be so mad if I was just trying to get some food. Late night.
Yeah. Well, that's why you don't order after 1 o'clock, 2
Yeah.
p.m. You know,
I'm not showing up to for sure. Yeah, no.
A delayed food order turned into a gun pointed at a restaurant full of families in Brookhaven. Now, police say 36-year-old Maze Coburn, a delivery driver, got upset over a wait time at Amir's Mediterranean Grill. Instead of just canceling the order or asking for a refund, investigators say he caused a disturbance, left, then came back armed. Now, watch this. According to police, Maze Coburn returned with a handgun that had a green laser light on it and pointed it towards the restaurant's front window while families and children were inside, okay? A green laser dot aimed at the window where people are eating dinner. Police say he then sped off in a silver Ford Mustang. So he never actually went inside. He just pointed it at the people and said, he's just trying to scare him or whatever.
Yeah.
Officers later spotted him and arrested him near Peachtree Industrial Boulevard and 285. He's now facing multiple counts of aggravated assault and child cruelty and is being held in DeKalb County. Yeah, man, that is that over his food being not on time. Now, maybe this is his last, warning with Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever the case may be. Like, this is his last. I know it's not funny, but it's real though. Maybe it's his last little warning to where it's like, hey, bro, you be late one more time. Like, you can't do DoorDash no more. You can't. So this is probably his last. You know what I'm saying? He probably was mad. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, bro. He got mad over the wait time. They say, hey, you got to wait just a little bit, about 10 more minutes. He said, I'm not waiting 10 more minutes. You got me messed up, jab turkey, and went outside.
And he was a DoorDasher?
He was a delivery driver.
Well, was he a delivery driver?
Just a delivery driver.
For his food delivery or driver?
Yeah, he was just a delivery driver.
For the restaurant?
No, just a food delivery driver.
So it could have been a Uber.
We don't know what he was.
Because, bro, real talk, have y'all ever like done DoorDash or something like that?
No.
Like been the driver?
Yeah.
Let me guess, you have.
You got to make money somehow, some way, dog.
All right, dude.
Those stars
I'm
really do talk, man. People will drop your order if you have stars. If you have low amount of stars.
Word.
So he probably was getting fed up. Like, yo, if in that situation, if he was a DoorDasher or something, a Uber driver or something, it's like, yo, y'all can't keep messing with my star. Y'all messing with my food at that point. You messing with my money at that point.
Oh, is that what that? I thought I was joking, but that's really a thing?
Million has had like 17 jobs.
Bro, you gotta work,
His
man.
young
Work. Get that work
everywhere.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I do. At the same time, to your point, I'm not saying I would want my food delivery driver to do something like this because this is crazy. But at the same time, if I'm at home, like, bro, where's my food? And I knew my delivery driver was over there, like, where's her food? It's like,
hey, I'll give you an extra tip.
Answer the man.
Hey.
Where's my food though?
So wait, you get an
crazy.
extra. You get docked like each time you don't.
You get rated. You know, everybody
shoot.
rates your order. Anytime you get you have the ability to give people stars and tips and things like that.
Yeah, I just tip them. I never given anybody a star though.
Well, if you give them 5 stars, you would help them out a lot.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
What about 4 stars?
If you give them 4 stars, you're tanking me now. You cooking
Really?
me.
Wow.
But again, that's why they have the star system there, because again, if you get that 1 star,
So
the
what do
amount of people may be dropping your stuff.
So what do you get? Like, okay, so let's say I give you 5 stars. Like, what do I get as a driver if I just get 5 stars?
I haven't driven that long now. I
You ain't
can't
got no
say
5
I
stars
haven't
when
driven
you
that long
was-
to
you-
see what you
never
get.
seen
I'm
5
sure they give
stars.
you incentives if you do have a 5 star.
But you got, a 1 star is like.
Yeah.
So you got 1
Oh,
star.
do I know what 1 star? No,
okay.
no,
I was
y'all.
just curious.
So y'all haven't needed like extra pocket money and just say, you know what? Let me try and do some DoorDash or
nah, man. I just
Instacart.
went and did some,
Dang.
legal
Look at y'all.
activity.
Oh, okay, there you go. All right.
Ooh, you better tell yourself on the news.
joking,
No, I've thought
joking.
about it. I've thought about it before in my life, but no, I've never like that because I'm like, bro, I'm not giving y'all. I'm not doing this.
I'm above this. I ain't doing this, man.
I'm above this. I'm not
like
doing this.
I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing.
I
said,
would
bro,
rather starve tonight than go get you some food for money. Like,
I'll
be all right.
I did have a homeboy who worked for DoorDash or Uber or whatever, and what he did, he ordered because he was flat broke. Got an account, got on Uber Eats, took the first order, and deleted his account and took that person's food. Deleted his Uber account and deleted everything and just took that person's food.
Now, did he go get it from McDonald's or did he go to like a steakhouse?
I don't know.
He
I don't know where he got the order from, but he told me, he was like, yeah, bro.
If that's the plot,
He said
then
that's the hack.
You better have it be from like somewhere like, Ruth's Chris or like, like somewhere that's expensive. Don't do that for some Wendy's.
Wendy's is Wendy's, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You can get a 4 for if you can't get your own 4 for $4.
Sometimes, hey, it's hard out here. You know what I mean?
All right.
So real quick, I am looking at it. 5-star ratings. You can get high metrics on DoorDash. Generally, it qualifies you for Dasher rewards program, silver, gold, or premium, platinum, which provides benefits like priority access to high-paying orders, early scheduling, and Dash Now capabilities. Yo, you get perks for having 5 stars now. I did DoorDash though. I did Instacart.
Oh, Instacart.
Yeah, I did Instacart.
Oh, so he's getting groceries?
Yeah.
You had to go get the groceries?
Well, some places you had to get the groceries. Some places they would just provide the groceries. Like,
And they'll bring them out to you?
Yeah.
So you actually went grocery shopping? Like actually for other people?
Sometimes.
More than I'm not giving you food, I'm not
grocery shopping
for you.
I absolutely hate going to the grocery store, bruh.
Woo, you
Like,
get more
hey.
money for grocery shopping?
I that one I'm not sure of.
Wait, how long did you work there?
I did
because it seems
I
like you
didn't work there. I've just done. I signed up and I took a couple of orders.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
I signed up and took a couple of orders.
So how long did you take the orders for? Because it
Probably
seems like you done
about-
worked at a bunch of jobs, but you quit them all very, very quick.
No, actually, I haven't. We got to get to the story.
We do have to move on. Yeah, I was literally thinking like none of this is like the story. But I applaud you for doing actual legal activity for cash.
I didn't do anything.
Compared to some of y'all.
Yeah, some of y'all.
Who want to, some of y'all.
Y'all. She not looking at me. She's
Y'all.
looking at y'all. y'all.
Okay, so I'm going to go next to this story that actually is probably going to make y'all a little mad. And by a little mad, I mean a lot mad because it's kind of infuriating me as I just read the headline. A 9-year-old special needs student says that she was choked and that the teacher was allowed to walk away from the incident.
Now, when I tell you, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. So here's what happened. A mother says her 9-year-old special needs daughter was choked by a teacher, and instead of being fired, the teacher was allowed to resign, which is very much so crazy, bruh. So her name is Schmieder. It's hard to say. Dresco says when she started working at the Preparatory Academy, she believed it was the perfect place for her daughter, Callie. But last month, everything changed. Dresco says she was out of town when she got the call, not from the school, but from her daughter's godfather, Dion Gates. According to Gates, the teacher told him, "You need to come get Callie before I put my hands on her or say something out of line." You're talking about a 9-year-old, which could cause me to lose my job. Right? A teacher allegedly saying she might lose her job if she doesn't control herself around children is absurd. Absolutely crazy. The mother says administrators told her she would be able to see surveillance video of the incident. 6 weeks later, she says she still hasn't seen it. She says she and her attorney have filed open record requests, no video. Meanwhile, documents show the teacher was allowed to resign. The resignation letters states that accepting it allows for an efficient resolution and continuity of school operations. Are you kidding me? The mother says she is not satisfied, as she shouldn't be.
What am I listening to right now?
So then the mother goes to say, I'm a mother first. This is my only daughter, and I'm going to do the right thing and get justice for my daughter regardless. That's cool. The school says student safety comes first. Obviously not. But the family says they feel like this was brushed to the side, which it was. So I'm going to ask you, Lana, you don't got kids, but you are a woman. Your daughter, your son, their special needs. This happens to your child. Because as a man, I know for a man, our reaction is probably way different than a mother's reaction. What is your first intention? What are you doing first?
Like everybody's getting fired. You know, I'm going off on everybody. Like, cause I see y'all, I'm ski mask daddy. I see y'all, y'all would talk about, you probably gotta throw hands. I'm not gonna throw hands, but I'm definitely like, I'm going off on everybody. I'm going to be a nuisance. It's one of those things where like, and I would hope that nobody even got arrested for being the nuisance that you're going to be when your 9-year-old special needs daughter or son, whoever it is in any case, is threatened like this by a teacher. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I always say my mom worked in the school system. She worked at an elementary school, and she was a parent liaison. And so what parent liaisons, they work with the parents. So hearing this, bro, and knowing that I know some of the kids that have special needs at my mom's school, and bro, these kids wouldn't hurt not a nothing, not a person. They might talk a lot. They might, act up just a little bit, but it's not anything of like, oh, I'm out of control and I can't control it as an adult. It's hey, I need to tell you to sit down. Cool, sit down. Boom, bam. But dog, for you to call somebody and be like, hey, I'm about to lose it on this child. Come get her before I lose my job. What is this 9-year-old doing that's making you that angry?
Ooh, yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Come
Y'all
on,
got
bro.
some nerve.
Crazy nerves. Yeah, and I personally, and for the school system, I would everybody in that school system. I'm from the board all the way down to the assistant. Everybody's getting fired. Getting fired.
Yeah.
Because DeKalb County, they're gonna have to answer for this. They would have had to answer for this off the bat. I would have took this straight to the board and we would have talked.
Oh yeah.
We would have talked.
Yeah, it's at the very least, I'm showing up at the board meeting, every single board meeting, and signing up to talk, so y'all know, everybody will know what just happened to my kid.
What?
Oh, you're gonna be tired of me.
And y'all let her resign.
Just let her resign, and that's good enough for us. She can just resign and get another job somewhere. To do it to somebody else's kid, y'all are wildin'.
Wow.
Speaking of kids, boy, there's a set of parents in Jackson County that just got arrested after their 4-year-old allegedly overdosed on cocaine.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny, but it is kind of crazy because look at these parents.
They do appear to be
very
the type
cocaine-ish
that might be accused of doing something like that allegedly.
Yeah, they look
reportedly.
They look like they're from Jackson County. That's exactly where they're from, but that's what they look like. All right, a 4-year-old, cocaine, and now 2 parents are sitting in jail. All right. So, according to the sheriff's office, deputies searched a home in Jefferson on February 20th after a 4-year-old allegedly overdosed on cocaine. Let that sit in for just 1 second. A preschooler. Okay. So, want everybody, you worked at a preschool. You worked at a preschool. Emergency level exposure to drug. Most adults don't even survive at a high dose. Okay. Investigators arrested Sheena Dawn Shumick, 35, and Joshua Tyler Shumick, 33. They're now facing first-degree cruelty to children charges, along with possession of cocaine, possession of drug-related objects, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. There was also a failure to appear charge added to the list. Yeah. Dog, they got hit after the head. So this wasn't just drugs in the house, okay? Authorities say there was also firearm involved during the commission of a crime. The combination alone rises the temperature of the case because, first of all, you got your gun in the house. You got drugs that you ain't supposed to have in the house. You got the drugs out in the house out enough for allegedly your 4-year-old to overdose on. So allegedly they're out somewhere for this.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Here's the part that's really crazy though. Officials have not provided any update on the child's condition.
Wow.
So we don't know if the child's alive or if the child's, how the child's feeling. So no confirmation of recovery, no confirmation of death, just silence. There's nothing. So that's crazy that they haven't told us anything about whether this child has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they haven't been charged with homicide.
No, so they haven't.
So I think the 4-year-old should still be alive.
Well, we don't know.
Based on that. Will they be charged with homicide?
Well, yeah.
If they were dead, they've been charged with cruelty to children, you said.
Well, we just don't know the condition of the child.
Right.
So if the condition of the child is, if the child's in the hospital, the child could still be alive, and then,
Right. So because they haven't been charged with murder yet.
Yeah, she's
you know
not
what
dead.
I mean?
Yeah,
like
she's not
they
dead right now. Yeah.
You know, and whatever it would be. I don't know if it'd be murder or if it'd be whatever homicide it would be a charge if she was or he was dead.
No, for sure.
So, but the child could easily still
be alive. We just don't know.
Or be on the way out. You know what I mean? Because in that case, we really wouldn't know. My gosh, some of y'all, these are just accusations. These people could be totally innocent, totally upstanding citizens who have nothing to do with this, but they could be. They haven't pleaded guilty.
I love that you always try to find the silver lining.
You
bad people.
Technically,
I feel you.
They're not bad. They've only been accused.
You're right.
We do have to go to a quick break. We have a lot more stories. Don't go anywhere. We're right back after the break.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cast One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Boy, did y'all know we had a whole Breaking Bad situation happen right here in Metro Atlanta. A whole meth lab found in somebody's backyard in Brookhaven.
It was mine. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. On February 26th, DEA agents executed a search warrant at a home in Brookhaven. What they say they found wasn't a backyard barbecue. Tell you that. It was a methamphetamine conversion lab. Exactly. Jose Angel Cortez Raquel and Christian Martinez La Rumba Dominguez were allegedly operating the lab under a tent in the backyard, according to investigators. When agents moved in, Cortez Raquel tried to run, didn't get far. Agents say they seized about 100 pounds of liquid meth mixed with 100 meth mixed and concealed in concrete, and another 50 liters of liquid meth solution. And this wasn't isolated either. Earlier that same day, Sergio Cortez Netito. Wow, you see, I'm trying to be on my Spanish. You see, I'm trying to be on my Spanish tip.
We hear you trying.
You know what I'm saying? Was arrested at a nearby storage facility. Authorities say all 3 men are citizens of Mexico and were in the United States. Guess what, Million? Illegally. Because you know how you love to.
He is blood.
Yeah, God,
like,
you just wait.
salivating.
No, you were waiting for me to say there. You know, you was waiting for me to say they were illegally.
I knew. That's real weight. How much did you say they
Well,
discovered?
it gets bigger. It gets bigger. This is not the end of the story. It gets even more. Federal prosecutors say this case is tied to the record-breaking seizure of 2,370 pounds of meth hidden inside boxes of celery at the Atlanta's farmers market. Y'all remember that story?
Yeah. Wait, what?
This is
that was record-breaking.
Yeah, this was record-breaking.
And that was an illegal immigrant also.
That was legal as well, yeah. Investigators believe Jose Angel Cortez Raquel allegedly coordinated that shipment, more than a ton of meth hidden in produce in Metro Atlanta. Officials say this case is a part of Operation Take Back America, a nationwide initiative aimed at dismantling drug trafficking networks and transitional criminal organizations.
What? Man.
Oh, man.
What?
We get it, bro. They're illegal. It's cool, man. You know, I think we should be looking at.
Hold on, no. I can't believe it, bro. An illegal immigrant committed illegal crimes in a state. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
You know, there's a lot of legal people here that commit stuff too, bro. You know what I mean? This is not out of the ordinary. It's not out of the ordinary that that people commit crimes. It just so happens that these 3 are illegal. You know what I mean?
We've been a record setting though. Remember?
Yeah, record breaking.
100%. That means the person that broke the record was a illegal immigrant also, correct?
No,
I don't know.
Yes,
about that.
I remember. It was a illegal immigrant because you said it was at the farmer's market.
Yeah, it was at the farmer's market.
That was an illegal immigrant.
Oh,
also.
I thought that was the same story. I thought you were saying that guy was behind that as well.
Yes, he is behind this. This is what it says.
Same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same dude.
Yeah, it's the same
So I'm
guy.
saying that's crazy.
Yeah, investigators say, but yeah, Jose, he's coordinated the entire shipment. He's behind all this.
Wow.
One illegal immigrant, brother.
Would never have imagined.
You know what's crazy? It's like when people from here do crimes, y'all want to rank it and have it be so funny, ha ha ha. But when an illegal undocumented immigrant does something, then it's like, oh,
I give him credit
I can't
though.
believe that.
I give him credit though because I'm saying like, yo, he did it big. He did it the right way. He did it. He not the right way, but I'm saying he did it and he went all out. He broke records.
We also ranked that one too because he hid all the drugs in the like celery and all that. So we ranked that one too. So just to let you know, we did rank that.
He broke records.
That's not the point.
I get what you're saying.
You know what?
No, I get what you're saying.
Y'all don't need to be ranking none of these.
That's true.
He broke records though.
He did.
I gotta give him that.
He did.
He broke records.
Yeah, they did their big one with that one. That was a big bust.
That's
man.
crazy.
I can't believe I still can't believe there's so much drugs in Atlanta, bro. This is so crazy. There's so
are y'all okay? I didn't know who y'all selling this to.
Yeah, well,
who are they getting it from?
Bro, why do y'all need it so bad? Is my biggest thing, bro. What is going on in y'all's lives where y'all need this so bad?
Meth.
Come on now. Sheesh.
Boy, making meth and that, Breaking Bad taught us that is not easy.
And it's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
It is not one of those drugs where you can just whip it up and
right.
Nah, dog.
Grow
like,
it.
That literally you need a lab.
Yeah.
You're like you need a lab to make good meth.
And that's crazy because that means you really could have applied yourself.
Yeah,
and
been a
like a
scientist.
scientist, researcher. You could have been anything if you put your mind to it.
And he chose to be a drug trafficker.
That's great. But it's crazy when trafficking drugs with that mind will give you a lot more money than doing something legitimate. Isn't that crazy?
Real fast.
That's so sad. That's sad. Okay. Anywho, also in the news, you had a manager in Macon. It was like a check cashing manager, matter of fact, that just pleaded guilty in a $3 million bank fraud scheme.
Y'all ever use check cashing places?
Nah, I haven't.
Oh, no. Really?
Have you?
Yes.
You be using check cashing places?
Back in the day, man. I used to be down and bad at one point in my life. Hey, I used to be down and bad.
As a matter of fact, can you explain what that is? You just got checks and
No. So check cashing places for people that don't have banks. So what happens is you'll take a check. Say somebody gave you a check, and you'll go to the check cashing place. They'll take a percentage of that check, and then they'll give you the rest back. So if you go to there with $1,000, you'll probably give them maybe $100 out of your check, and you get $900 back.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's really for people that are illegal, really, that don't like a lot of Spanish people and Latinos, and they use check cashing places because they aren't allowed to get banks. So that's what it really is. But so $3 million did get out of this fraud. That is the size of this fraud scheme. Federal prosecutors say unfolded through a small Georgia bank branch and a Macon check cashing business, which is so crazy. $3 million, boy.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You know what I could do with $3 million?
I know.
Well,
crazy.
I'd disappear if I'm doing this.
When I hear stories like this, I'd be like, why not think of this? That's all I'd be thinking. James Kevin Myers, 57, the manager of Mr. Kevin's Check Cash. It's its own. Mr. Kevin's Check Cash in Macon pleaded guilty to filing false currency transaction reports tied to that conspiracy. He now faces up to 10 years in prison and a $500,000 fine. This wasn't just sloppy paperwork. Federal investigators say Myers knowingly filed false reports under the Bank Secrecy Act, a law designed to track large transactions over $10,000 to prevent fraud and money laundering. So a lot of people, if you don't know, whenever you get any type of wire or transaction or ACH transfer or anything like that over $10,000, the bank immediately red flags it because they got to see if it's real or not. So anything below $10,000 will not get red flagged. That's just a little insight on how banks work. And it says, so Ronnie Atkinson, working with the bank executives Alan Childs, secured fraudulent loans from a Moore's Bank branch in Gray. The loans were supposedly for equipment purchases, okay? It said the bank issued cashier's checks to the listed sellers. Atkinson would then bring those checks to Myers' business, all right, and check cash, which is crazy. Even when the payees weren't present, investigators say Myers cashed the checks and filed reports listing the sellers, not Atkins, as a person receiving the cash. That move concealed who was actually walking away with the money. 5 specific checks in 2022 alone totaled more than $780,000. Wow. Okay? Atkins already had been sentenced to 7 years and ordered to pay more than $3.3 million in restitution. Childs received a year and a day in prison in order to pay over $3 million. Now Myers waits for sentencing. So yeah, man, it's nuts. It's a whole little fraud scheme going on.
I guess I'm trying to follow like what even happened.
Okay, I'll break it down.
They basically have break it down.
Break it down. Okay, let me get my criminal.
Come on, get your criminal bag. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So here's what happened. So what the dude would do is he would sell his merchandise or whatever he has to the bank, grab a check from the bank, take it to Myers or to Child Myers. Myers would cash that check, not give it to Atkins. So Atkins is the person that is selling, that has the checks for Myers. Are we following?
Atkins has the checks for Myers.
So Myers would get the checks, but Myers wouldn't give the money to Atkins. He would give the money to somebody else that's not Atkins.
Okay, so
money
he's stealing from Atkins.
It's essentially money laundering. It's not stealing because he's taking the money that he's selling it to him and giving it. You're giving it to somebody in your organization, and it's a whole organization scheme. That makes sense? Not really.
Are you getting it?
It's not really making sense.
What is Atkins?
No, Atkins is a person.
Oh, okay.
Ronnie Atkins. I said the name.
No, I knew it was a person.
Yeah.
Okay. So from what I'm understanding, you are saying like I'm supposed to be cashing this and it's under your name in the way that it's supposed to happen, but instead I'm cashing it under all these other people's names. So it's hiding that it's really going to you.
Yes.
I'm putting it all. So now I'm hiding that you're really getting all this money because I'm putting.
No. So,
that's what it does. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead. No.
The loans were taken out in Atkins' name through straw borrowers, and that's why I thought it said like you. Okay, so explain what.
Go ahead, because you might have been right. I might have just heard you wrong when you were talking.
Okay, so I thought you were saying like they basically put other people's names on it to prevent the money from knowing that it was really going to that one guy the whole time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah, it's essentially laundering money, but it's not laundering money. You're stealing.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely stealing.
Okay, so they hid who really got the funds. Then they just siphoned all that money.
They took it.
Okay, interesting.
I'm with it.
Y'all are scammers.
Selena,
okay.
Baby. Selena.
You know,
Macon.
What was Macon?
Georgia, man. Georgia's full of scammers. Macon, Georgia. Atlanta.
Oh, man. Okay. In other news, boy, this is honestly terrifying because of how many storms we have in Metro Atlanta. There was a father here in Georgia, young father, who's now paralyzed after a dead tree branch fell on his head. Now,
who do you even sue for that?
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm suing everybody.
Can't sue the tree. Can't sue.
Was it on his property?
I'm about to read it to you.
All right, bet.
So that is the reality of a 21-year-old Evan Parker, a young father from Sugar Hill, whose life changed instantly when a dead tree branch fell and struck him in the head at his job site. He was wearing a helmet, and his family says that the helmet likely saved his life, but the impact crushed his neck. Doctors have used words no parent ever wants to hear. Paralyzed. Quadriplegic, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah. So right now, Evan remains hospitalized at Northside Gwinnett Hospital. His parents describe walking into the hospital room as the hardest moment of their lives. And here's the part that hits even harder. He's just 21 years old. Like I said, he has a girlfriend and a 1-year-old son. He's just starting life for real with his family. You know what I mean? So the family says insurance coverage is limited. None of their homes are wheelchair accessible, but because nobody thought that, I was going to be paralyzed, that means renovations, ramps, wider doors, equipment, ongoing care. And it's just, and it's not a medical crisis, it's a financial one because they just don't have the money. Friends and family have launched a GoFundMe to help support Evan and his young family. They've raised over $10,000 so far, but the road ahead will require far more. So,
far.
Yeah,
far
man.
More.
It's just a normal, it's just a normal Friday, you know what I mean? And then split second, you're quadriplegic. Now you can't, and here's the thing that I'm thinking, you can't sue the helmet company because the helmet company is only supposed to stop you from getting your head not cracked open. It's not supposed to stop from the pressure of whatever's hitting you. They didn't think of that when they made helmets.
So he was working.
Yeah, he's working. He's on the job.
Is it like workman's comp at least?
I would think so.
I've got to sue somebody if I get paralyzed at work.
But you can't sue. You can't sue for workers' comp though.
Did you put me in a
compromising position? That might be his argument.
Because I'm leaving here with something.
Oh, you got
as
to.
Denzel would say.
Yeah. You're leaving here with something, and that's $1 million check. Because what? Yeah, bruh.
Boy, if I got on
Quadriplegic is crazy.
On the job, I'm at work.
Yes.
I don't even need this. I I don't need this job. I needed money for bills. I didn't need and now you're wow.
Yeah, so he is actually paralyzed from the shoulders down. All the way from the shoulders. Yeah, it broke his. I guess it crushed his neck, man. Yeah. So he's paralyzed from the shoulders down.
Do you know if was he working on the tree?
Doesn't really say what he was doing, but they just say he got hit.
Man.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. You wake up, man, and I tell people all the time, man. Be thankful for being able to do this. Being able to do this, we take all that for granted, and he probably did too, to be totally honest with you, bro, because we just don't think about it because we do it every day. We don't think about our body moving and us being able to walk up out the door and drive and this, that, and the third. We don't think about it, but pretty sure he didn't either until it happened to him. Now he's probably like, dang, man. I really do miss moving my hands. And granted, he can do physical therapy, to get some type of feeling back, hopefully, but dog, that's a long road to recovery with a 1-year-old, bro. You brand new baby.
That poor mother.
Yes.
His poor family. This poor man. Boy, that's crazy. Boy, that is crazy with 6 Ys.
So it's like, do you even resort back to do you talk to the helmet company? Do you talk to your company? Like, how do you even, you know what I mean? Where do you go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm pretty sure him working as a tree, they didn't really say what his job was necessarily, but he was working at a tree job site. So, I mean, ain't too. I don't think there's any benefits at that. I don't know.
Well, it's just crazy because you take these jobs and it's like, what's the worst that can happen?
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm probably gonna be fine. People do this job every day. People do this job across the country. What are the odds?
Yeah, bro.
That's wow.
Yeah, bro. So
man, $10,000 as a GoFundMe. They need more. If y'all got it,
more. If y'all got it, you got it. Go ahead.
You the one.
Go ahead, player.
The last time I heard you had a house.
Hey, go ahead,
in
Go
Alpharetta.
ahead, man. Nah,
some of us are still renting.
Hey, okay, my bad.
You need a little down payment to be able to have a home and a mortgage.
Well,
a little equity.
I don't know what to tell you guys. Get your money up.
We look forward to seeing your name pop up in the donation box for the GoFundMe.
Right. I don't know him, so.
Anywho, man, that's crazy.
That is nuts.
And you would think, well, what could be worse than that? Boy, the next story, honestly, is even worse and more unbelievable, to be honest. Police say that some dogs killed a woman at a house in Metro Atlanta.
Yeah, so this situation was kind of rough. So the police were first called about the dogs at the home. They reports say that it was the neighbors. When they arrived, they found a 43-year-old woman named. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on saying her name. Okay. I'm gonna hold off on saying her name. So, but they found this 43-year-old woman inside of her home. Reports cite that the victim had appeared to be having dog bite injuries on her body. There were several dogs at the home. 15 to be exact.
God,
15.
Police said the dogs had what looked like blood on them at the time that they arrived, and where they're getting this number from, they said animal services assisted the officers in removing the animals from the property, and they allegedly collected 15 dogs. 15 dogs from the property. So that's where the story ends. For the most part, I did some digging. Because 15 dogs in a household was kind of crazy to me. But you hear Metro Atlanta.
That's gross.
You hear 15 dogs. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Were they breeding them?
Now, I did look on the husband's Facebook page. It was the husband's Facebook page, and it looked like he was breeding or selling the dogs at the time. He had reposted a picture that seemingly was like a Valentine's Day special that was going down at the time. So he was like having a Valentine's Day special selling the dogs. And yeah, so one can assume that they was breeding dogs there.
So the dogs did a mutiny?
Yes, they
and
ended up
and killed?
They're currently still at that facility. The 15 dogs, they're still at that facility. I don't know what they're going to be doing with them, because you can't. I would hope they're not selling these dogs to people.
I don't think you even can. Like, I think a dog, even like when you bite
Yeah,
a person, they'll
gotta-
like take the dog.
Yeah, euthanize them.
That's what I was about to say. At that point, you kind of got to put it down.
Yeah.
If they killed somebody, these people know what it's like. These dogs know what it's like to like kill.
Yeah.
Guess what dogs they were breeding?
Pit bulls.
Pit bulls?
What, chihuahuas?
Yep.
No,
Pit bulls.
no, you.
Pit
Oh, I
bulls.
was about to say.
I thought you
Pit
was
bulls.
about to say
Chihuahuas.
chihuahuas. I was
Chihuahuas is
about to say-
crazy.
Boy, chihuahuas
I
are
was-
crazy.
I
If
was
you go
about to
down
say,
from 15
wow.
chihuahuas, that's like adorable.
That's adorable. It's crazy. No. Chihuahuas have the heart of a lion, though.
But like if I'm surrounded by chihuahuas, that's adorable.
Authorities have not released the additional details about the occurred incident inside of the home, but the investigation remains ongoing.
15 pit bulls?
Bro.
15 pit bulls, y'all.
It's be like, this is the type of people who'll be like, oh, my dog don't bite. These dogs are great.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, the dogs like held a mutiny.
This is one of the big, like, this is like anytime I hear somebody finessing, I'm already thinking like, or hustling nowadays. I'm thinking dog breeding. I'm thinking they flipping something or selling drugs. When I hear somebody say they hustling, dog breeding is definitely in that.
Wow.
You think they had like a dog meeting before they did this, and like all met up and was like, and they was like,
family dog,
and they was like, you know what, bro, we don't like that lady, and then they all came together as one.
Because why the lady?
But again, it's not. I'm not confirming completely that it was breeding and selling going down. I did go on their Facebook and seen a Valentine's Day sale though. So
because you would have to have some kind of.
Bruh, listen. Listen.
Collaboration. Because, like,
dogs, dogs just don't do that just off the whip.
Some dogs will defend you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, surely we're not all gonna go and.
There's a pack leader in every when you have more than like 5-6 dogs, there is a pack leader. There's a dog that is the leader. So there's a dog leader that was there that pretty much let it happen. I'm trying to tell you, man. I've watched documentaries like on dogs and stuff because my fiance loves animals. So, yeah, they're like dog leaders. Like they're leaders in packs because at the end of the day, bro, these are animals. Like, and they at one point were wild.
I like don't have the words. Because I also know people who will watch dog sit. There's like dog sitters who will just, get just whoever wants to drop their dog off at their house because they don't want to take their dog to a shelter because they got somewhere to go and be. And they will have 7, 8, 9, 10 dogs at a time. 15 is already a lot of dogs.
That's excessive.
But if you're feeding and you're treating these dogs well, they don't just kill you.
Exactly.
It's pit bulls though. They're the criminals of the
yeah, but
pit bulls are so sweet.
Yeah, pit bulls are really nice.
They're so sweet and they're so protective.
Mm-hmm.
Pit bulls will go down for you if you treat them well. You know what I mean?
You must not been chased by enough pit bulls in your life.
You must not have had enough love from enough pit bulls.
Yeah.
Man, I've been chased by almost every dog out there, dog. I do not do dogs.
What you?
Wow.
All right, Pops. Pops from Friday. I didn't chase by every dog. I knew all the dog breeds.
Boy, that's crazy. Okay, so what about robo-dogs?
Yeah.
Because, some people are saying that they think that people in Atlanta could start using robo-dogs for security.
Yeah, so actually they have started using it.
For real?
That's what they allege, at least, that in certain hotel areas that they've already started implementing.
In Atlanta?
In Atlanta. So it's an Atlanta-based company called Undaunted, and it raised $950,000 in funding to grow its robotic security business. The company claims to provide robotic security patrols that use AI-powered cameras and human-controlled bots. Here is a footage they have on their website of them, like what it would look like. So there's a
Trespasser
trespasser
identified. Mm-hmm.
Is that the dog in the back?
That's the robo dog in the back.
Wait.
Mhm.
Man, they didn't.
So in the background, you will be hearing the dog having sirens right now. The dog is currently,
Robot opens the door.
Oh, that's hard.
Hard. The squatters, they getting squatters out.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, the squatter removed. Yep.
She wouldn't have died if she had 15 of these.
You got a point.
Flat out.
You got a point.
Just put the battery out their back.
Nah, I don't think it's that simple though.
Unplug them, turn them off.
Because-
All she has to do is go eat behind each one and turn them off.
I don't know.
Have you not seen Black Mirror?
Yeah, I've seen Black Mirror.
You've seen this episode of Black Mirror?
100%.
When this episode of Black Mirror came out, they had an episode, it's on Netflix, and it's like about these robo-dogs who do security, and they are like homicidal, basically. They're like killing people. Oh my God, yeah.
It's a wild episode.
And back when it was released, that was nowhere near realistic. Like, it was like, oh, haha, this is the kind of thing they could have someday. It was not like...
Yeah.
When I first saw one of these in real life, I was like, oh, bro, that show is telling us something.
Oh, no, for sure.
Well, so this dog is powered by humans, though. Behind the scenes, there's somebody that's controlling it. Yeah, so it's
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, so it's an AI-powered camera system and a human-controlled robot.
Oh, I don't like that either.
Me neither.
I don't like that either because not you playing video games with like real people. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
So some more features that it has is AI motion detection systems, auto charging stations. It can go upstairs, curbs, hills, and it can move through rain and snow also.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah. So it's really like that. It's durable.
Y'all.
Yeah, from what they claim, this is cheaper than a real security officer. Yeah, security guards on average make $35,000 or $40,000 per year. These bots, they do a subscription system. They charge $3,000 per month, so that equates to about $36,000 per year, and $6,000 per month is a higher tier, and that's like $72,000 per year. But they say it's cheaper than a regular security guard.
I mean, I think they're cool, but I don't think,
Imagine they start putting tasers on those.
Oh, bro.
Or like
guns on top of them?
And
I
they
think
just send a little robo-dog after you.
That's where it's coming.
You get shot. Watch the Black Mirror episode with the robo-dogs and tell me that these things aren't about to go too far. They don't make these things just, how cute, how adorable, oh, how wonderful. It always ends badly.
Always.
You know what I mean? Someone's always going to try to figure out, well, how can I make this a weapon? How can I make this a weapon?
Yeah, I guess you got a point there. I would feel safer with a human security guard because, that dog didn't look like it was just letting sirens off. It wasn't like hitting anybody. It wasn't taking anybody down. And it was just recording that people on the other side are able to say like, hey, I see you. You need to leave the premises, vacate the premises, but that ain't nothing for real.
Yeah, boo. I need a dog to like jump on him or do like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's
Tackle him or
just
something.
now because it opened the door.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's in dog form probably because it's like, palatable for us to see, oh, this is a dog. Ha ha, it's cute. But like, it's like at the end of the day, they built something that can walk and open doors and get to where you are and squeeze in small spaces, or even if you fired at it, what if it's indestructible, it's firing at you? I don't know, man. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Be careful around them dogs, y'all.
Yeah, man. But that does do it for us. We have to go. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you tomorrow.
Peace.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you're supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.